yeah, that's the wrong intro. It's Sunday. It's not Monday. Oopsie doopsie. Oh well. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I played the wrong intro. I gotta maybe remove that Monday night one. That's not the first time I've done that. Let's remove that. But we're just gonna let it fly. Happy Sunday. It's 8:03 p.m. June 2nd, 2024, and it's time for a Sunday night Stumbles stream, a one which I should probably not be drinking, but I do have a drink on the table, so we'll see. Sheena Roberts here, Sunjib, Chris Mills, Brad Palmer, Wesley, Original Six, Gertej, Whoosja, Jennifer Gala, our HDR expert. Jeanette is here, Mark D, Julie, Brad P is here. Aiden Thompson McGuire, Rhonda Lloyd, Boom Productions, Jerry L, Uncle Buck is here. Hello, John Candy. Who's Jaw? I might have already read some of your names. Novell Koss is here. Confused as always. Yeah, you better go apologize to your boss tomorrow, Novell Koss. Robert Ruddick says, good evening, celebrating my birthday with Johnny. Well, good evening to you, Robert. We're going to celebrate by having the lightest beer in my fridge because this was not a good weekend from a being healthy perspective. I went out Friday and knocked back more than I should have at Farside, one of those two in East Chinatown. Then last night I was on Craft, came up to Midtown, might have polished off a pitcher of sangria while I was up here. Oops. But hey, why the hell not? It's Robert's birthday, so happy birthday to you. Smooth light lager sailing. We're just going to nurse this bad boy over the course of the stream. I still have a video to edit and get up on the channel for tomorrow. This is only 4%, so this should do nothing. Gertej says, I saw your video on IG. Have you visited Icon Siam in Bangkok? I have. Cheers to everyone. Happy Sunday to you. Nice to be having a light beer. Did you watch the Champions League final? Didn't even know what was going on. I did watch Poirier fight Makhachev last night, and I thought Makhachev, it was like 2-2 going into the fourth, and Poirier just needed to not get choked out to have a real chance of pulling off the massive upset, but great fight. Kudos to both guys, but I think the better man won, even though Poirier definitely left it all in the cage. But yeah, and the Jays won today too, 5-4, after getting spanked yesterday, and we're all caught up. It was 3-1 going in the fifth for Makhachev. Says, I don't know. I thought it might have been 2-2. I don't really care what the official scorecards say, and maybe I'm a bit biased. Makhachev did absolutely no damage when they were on the ground, really. He was just holding him. I don't really think that should count. A takedown without a sub attempt or without creating a lot of damage is kind of, I don't know. Mike T says yesterday's baseball game was great. Hello, Anthony. How's it going? Liberty Tree said, I said on the Johnny Stride stream, but I'm thinking of getting a Google Pixel. Awesome. Speaking of phones, I just reset my trusty old Galaxy S20 FE. I am preparing this to go to a new owner. So I had two of these phones. This was the first that I bought this phone from the Samsung Experience store right when it came out. It's actually blue. I just put a case on it for the person I'm giving it to. But I bought two of these. One is my personal phone, one is my streaming phone, and then I eventually got an iPhone 12. I have already given away the first one, and now I'm giving this one away. So I will be a one Samsung phone owner only household. The S24 Ultra. I have this and a couple of iPhones, but yeah, I just reset that. And I'm looking over at my beautiful TV, which will be different this time next week. I may have purchased a new one. Yeah, so we got that to look forward to. Everett C is here. Novell Costa says, I was thinking about getting a Pixel for years. You had a Nexus 4, which was the precursor to the Pixel. You know, I got burned on the Nexus 6P. That was a flaming pile of shit made by Huawei, and they all got stuck in a boot loop at a certain point in time. And if you bought it through Google directly, they were fixing them. But if you bought it through Huawei and it was out of warranty, or you bought it from any other source, they weren't fixing it. Even though it was like the Xbox Red Ring of Death, it was going to get stuck in a boot loop. There was nothing you can do about it. When that happens to every single product, a manufacturer should step up and fix it outside of warranty. Huawei did not, so fuck you. They're a shitty company that basically killed Nortel through IP theft. Should we really be surprised based on where that company's coming from? But yeah, I will never touch a Huawei product again. And I think it's a dirty look on Google for not stepping up and fixing all 6Ps since they were behind it. So that left me not feeling great about my experience with the Google Pixel, even though it was a good phone when it worked, the 6P. And I had a Nexus 5, and the Nexus 5 went through a software update that like broke the camera, and like my phone was buggy as hell, and it took like 2 months for an update to fix that. I actually switched back to my old OnePlus while I was waiting for them to do that. So yeah, I had a bad run of Nexus phones. And then I bought the One Pixel phone. And I don't know. I found a massive flaw with that too. So anyways, yeah, I know there's some people that love Pixels, and they're good phones, and they have good cameras, and Huawei is a piece of shit who should burn in hell. But yeah. AJ says Huawei is just a terrible company with Harmony OS system. I thought you were going to say the Logitech Harmony remote. Remember that thing? One remote to rule them all? And Logitech killed that. Novell Costa's my current phone is the Huawei P20 Pro. No issues so far after 5 years. Except that, well, I guess I could make a CCP joke, but we'll leave that out of it. Sebastian says, doing good. Mark D. Sammy Woo says, hi, Johnny. Marge is here. Hello, Marge. Sheena Roberts, Vivian Johnson, rocking the wrenches. Romero says Huawei got banned from selling in Canada. That company should be burned to the ground. The whole company was built on stolen IP. Sorry, Novell Cost. Anyways, yeah, so as it so happened, after my live stream yesterday, I was trying to get my way somewhere on the subway, and the train just stopped, and we were all kicked out and told there would be shuttle buses running, which was great because the TTC is atrociously unreliable. So I decided to make a video of it, and while I was recording a video of it, some interesting things happened, one of which I turned into a video, but this is the first thing. I don't know if I'm going to put this on the channel or not. I have to like edit this video together. Novell Cost can't say anything bad about Huawei since the CCP has all your nudes. Yeah, having a Huawei phone is worse than like having an Ashley Madison account that was hacked. Like, yeah, all your stuff's out there for sure. People but this will probably get off at Sherburne, and many more will try to cram their way on. This girl here on the left, behind my head, behind her is a pedestrian crossing. Nice driving, pal. Watch again. See this girl here where the mouse is? Off at Sherburne, and many more will try to cram their way on. Nice. What is this guy doing? So that happened, like... I don't know how someone didn't just drag him out of his car and kick his ass right there. I guess we don't do that. We're Canadians. We're too nice. But like, on what planet is that acceptable? Like to just turn into a pedestrian crossing Anthony says, was that near Bloor Young Station? Yeah, but it gets crazier. A lot of you have probably already seen what's going to happen next. But if we like speed run through this and we just go forward a little bit. Later on in the same video, I think it's right about now. This happens. There we go. The audio kicked in. So the incident was apparently at Chester Station, which is 2 stops. It wasn't at Chester Station. It was Castle Frank. East of here, but it... Whoa! Look at this! Just going for a drive down the sidewalk. I've seen everything now. Yeah. I really like the peak Toronto. I took the wrong thing off. I really like the girl's reaction. The way she just like... The way she's just like looking at the car with like disgust and puzzlement, like what? And like everyone else is just standing around as if nothing's happening. This dude here on his phone, like you're so buried in your phone, you don't even notice there's a fucking car coming along the sidewalk, just driving around you. This is nuts. Like, the Toronto Police Service has actually reached out to me and asked me to, like, report this. They sent me a link to a form that I can fill out. Maybe they want, like, the date and time to go with it. That's the only thing I could think of why they just wouldn't go about this themselves. If they're going to try to charge the driver, they might need to know, like, when exactly this happened. But... East of here, but it... Whoa. I wish I kept the camera forward because I figured the guy must have like pulled on right here. But like just, you know, casually going for a spin. Like, I don't know. Just going for a drive down. Isn't this passing of a car on the sidewalk illegal? So I decided to take this and engage in a little experiment. I took the same video, I chopped it up, and I posted it in 4 places all at the same time. I put it on Reddit, in the Toronto Driving subreddit. I put it in Instagram Reels, or on Instagram Reels, whatever, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And I wanted to see which one would get more traction. What do you guys think got more traction? TikTok, Johnny Strides. Let's see. Does this even work? Can you look at this? So on TikTok, we're at 33,000 views so far. Instagram, Johnny Strides. Maybe this will work. I don't know. 33,000 on TikTok. I can't see Reels. Oh, it's not giving me the... Let me... I can see this for sure if I use my account. Reels. Okay, that... not... What? How do I check that out? So 8,600 views on Instagram. And on YouTube, the YouTube counter is slow in real time, but it's currently at 4,300 views on YouTube. So TikTok getting way, way more traction. Liam, it's the YouTube view count is always super, super laggy. Like it takes like several hours for it to catch up, but it's at 4,300 on YouTube. 33 TikTok and Reddit. Can we see what it is on Reddit? I have this. No, but it's at 87 comments. I don't know where you can see the number of views it got on Reddit. LOL, got a good look at the driver. Report him. He just fucked up, not intentional. That doesn't make it okay. Driving on the sidewalk at one of the busiest intersections of the city is insanely dangerous. Remember that driving is a privilege. So what should he do? Stop, get out of his car, and leave it on the sidewalk for eternity? Probably get off the sidewalk a hell of a lot sooner than he did. Can't go back and fix what he did. There's people like trying to justify this. Yeah, what if there... Yeah, there was a King streetcar crash as well, which we came across on my live stream. But yeah, the comments on these are kind of fun. But yeah, TikTok slaying it. 33,000 views already. Because I've had a few like news organizations reach out to me. I've just ignored it. I'm like, I don't need little articles written on this. Like the time that lady drove up on to the sidewalk. This one got 269,000 views. Remember this one?
What is this car doing?
This lady just parking at Dundas and Spadina?
Really? You can't park your car at Dundas and Spadina. What?
Riguito, 220. The person should get off and push it on the sidewalk. You know what? I mean, aside from having like a cop or something, like direct traffic around you, that's not an unreasonable solution at all. Like, but thank you very much for the 220. But yeah, you should not be operating machinery on sidewalks.
And you know what?
Unless they're like closed and you're a
I
construction
think that's
worker.
the driver. She literally parked her car there.
And this lady,
the person should get off and push it on sidewalk.
Go use the ATM.
remember this lady parking her car on the sidewalk? That one, there were some newspaper articles on that as well. But yeah, we'll see. Jellybean says I would have told him to stop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be that guy, like, confronting people being the police. Like, you see people with their feet on the seat in the subway every day, and, like, the most I'll do is, like, roll my eyes and look right at them. But I don't need to get into any fisticuffs with anyone, to be honest with you. Tommy says pretty useless news, honestly. Yeah, like, I put it on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. That's all there needs to be. I don't think there needs to be more on it or elaborated on it. So yeah, it's out there. I did my part. We'll leave it there. Lisa says I shoulder checked a dude biking on the sidewalk. Did you say anything too? G-Town Monarch says, just out of curiosity, do Canadians consider America the land of opportunity, just like citizens from a lot of other countries? I can tell you about 10 years ago, we certainly did not, or most of us didn't. Maybe in like the tech industry or like doctors and nurses, there's like a brain drain. They obviously make a lot more money and are treated a hell of a lot better down south than they are up here, but there's mostly a certain premiere behind that. But no, I don't think we look at America like that. Some people might, but I certainly don't. I think both countries are kind of on equal footing in that sense. Although, yeah, cost of living here is not as good. Lisa says, yeah, but I won't repeat it here. Hey, this is an adult channel. As long as you didn't drop like the R word or something, you're free to repeat it. Romero says, I've banged multiple hoods of cars when they wouldn't stop and they get mad at me. I feel no sympathy for drivers who get their cars banged on or keyed when they park like an asshole. I'm not advocating for that, but I'm also not going to come to their defense. Like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that was my fun posting those videos. And like my phone has just been blowing up all day with notifications from those 4 videos. But I still managed to get out and record a video today. Went to the Eaton Center, went to Nathan Phillips Square, and then I may have walked into a Best Buy and walked out having made a purchase. But anyways, yeah, so I think you're all caught up on what I did this weekend. I'm thinking I want to do an e-scooter or e-bike live stream tomorrow or Tuesday. Did you see they're putting in Italy in the Eaton Center? Yeah, I've heard that, and I walked through the Eaton Center today. I don't know where exactly it's going, but it's good that at least that space is getting a like a pretty major tenant. A Simon's department store would have been ideal to it or for it, but hey, it's better than nothing. Jennifer says, does Best Buy deliver? Yeah, they have two delivery options. One is they'll like try to set it up for you, but I don't want a bunch of dudes in my apartment trying to set up a TV. I can do all on my own. So they're gonna call me on Wednesday to give me a 3-hour delivery window that it's gonna come on Thursday, and they do charge for it. But I was like, Amazon will deliver it tomorrow for free. And they ended up dropping that charge. So, yeah, you can always play that angle, I guess. Chris Mill says it's always time for a new big ass TV. Greg says, so you're against doing a citizen's arrest? If it's like a rape or murder or something egregious like that, I'm not against holding someone until the cops can come if they're not a threat for some reason. But for someone doing stuff like this, yeah, that's not my job. That's not my business. We'll report it. But yeah, delivery window is a very convenient option. UPS have it. Yeah, that was my one holdup with Amazon. You don't really have a delivery window, but it is what it is. They also gave me a free box of mounting screws. I'm not mounting the TV on a wall, but I am mounting it to a stand I have that can swivel, and I don't have the 30 millimeter M8 screws. So they threw that in, saving me some money on that. Jeanette says, what are you going to do with your current TV? It's already sold. I have a friend who wants to put it in his basement, so he's going to come pick it up. Lisa says, I'm all for the not so microaggressions when it comes to navigating Toronto streets. Pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose which hill you want to die on, right? Like, that's all there is to it. If you took issue with everything, like, that would consume you and become your life. Whippy Doo, does your new TV have a bigger screen than your current one? No, they're both 65. I opted to stick at 65. Chris Mills says, did they try to sell you the special HDMI cable? No, they did not. They did not. They tried to sell me the extended warranty, and I was like, no. The thing about extended warranties are they wouldn't sell them if they weren't profitable. So I'd rather just self-insure. I've bought so much electronics equipment over the course of my lifetime, and not once have I bought an extended warranty, and not once would I have needed it. Every time I've had a failure, it's been within the return period. So at this point, even if I bought this new TV and it like blew up the day after its 1-year warranty, I've still saved money by not getting the extended warranty. So yeah, it's just like that. If they weren't making money hand over fist, why do you think they push it so hard? Why do you think whenever you buy like an appliance or TV, they try so hard to sell you this extended warranty? Why do you think that is? Out of the goodness of their hearts? Why are the employees so incentivized? Because they get a nice little kickback, and they wouldn't get that kickback if this wasn't free money for the company. Some actuary has figured it all out. So, hey, if you've bought extended warranties and been able to cash them in, good, but you've basically won the lottery. Yeah, but as Jennifer says, if it breaks, it will break within a year. And if it breaks several years down the road, time for a new one, right? If you're into tech, that's always a fun process anyways. JD says extended warranty is a scam. Yeah, get warranties on or get insurance on your home or a car. Like, that's the whole point. Something catastrophic that'll like wipe you out or cause significant financial damage. But like something like a piece of electronics, if you can't afford to replace it, it's probably not a good idea to be buying it in the first place. It's kind of like financing. Like, don't finance anything unless it's 0%. right? Unless it's a big item like a car or a house. That's the extent of my financial advice. Whippy Dude says buying a car, same thing, not worth it. Yeah, but you want to buy insurance on the car. Trisha says, good evening, Johnny. Much love and respect from Quebec. Awesome. Good evening, Trisha. Mike T says, when I worked at Sears back in the 90s, the extra warranty on lawn tractors was a great deal, which is why they changed what they covered after a few years. Yeah, if it was a good deal at some point, they would have changed it for sure. Greg got an extended warranty on your last HP tower. Well, I hope you got to use it. But I do have home insurance that covers all my goodies, as you should. But yeah, I've passed on every major item I've bought that has an insurance. Even like Apple Care, like I know people that intentionally like break their phones just so they can cash in on their Apple Care. So guess what? When they do that, everyone's just paying more to make up for it. Anyways, shall we check out the world of YouTube? What is going on with YouTube? How many viewers do we have on the stream right now? 247 people watching. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll have a video tomorrow morning on the Strides channel. I just have to edit it, which is what I'll be doing tonight. Pine Sol purchased their TV from a used wholesale company and said no to their warranty. Awesome. Would you insure your computer, says Greg? No. I mean, I back up my data myself. Anything that's important, I have backups. All my templates and stuff I have backed up in the cloud. So if this apartment burnt down and I lost all my hard drives, I would still be able to like get a video up and running the next day. So yeah, and I build my computer. Like I can troubleshoot and fix it if anything goes wrong myself. So it's all good. Worst case scenario, I just buy a new system. It's not not the end of the world. Cynthia says, better to buy a used car or lease a new one. Not sure what I should do. I don't know, Cynthia. I once leased a car, but I got it on the last week of December when they were like really, really incentivizing people to buy them. I got like a $30,000 car for a 4-year lease with $0 down for like $270 a month. Don't ask me how that worked. But later when I moved downtown and put it up on Lease Busters, I had like a lineup of people trying to get that car off of me. JD says, what about renter's insurance? 100%. You need renter's insurance, and that covers your liability. So if someone comes over and they like slip on your doormat and crack your head open, you'll have that $1 million or $2 million liability in case they sue you. Or if you do something that causes, like maybe you leave a tap on and you fill your bathtub up and it damages the building and the unit below yours, then yeah, like you need that for the liability. Plus it'll cover all your shit if something happens. Jennifer says, I leased mine for 2 years. Yeah, leasing, I don't know. Don't ask me about autos. Leasing can work if you get a good deal. If you're a business owner, leasing makes sense. I think almost everyone I know who has a business or a company, like a numbered company, leases their car. I'm just reading some of your comments. Chris Mill says, if you own a business lease, yeah. Or the people that really should be leasing are the people that want a brand new car every 3 years, right? If you know for sure in 3 years from now you want a brand new car, then you should lease whatever that term is. That way you buy the car, it's brand new, it's under warranty the whole time you have it. You don't take the massive hit on depreciation selling it. It's already kind of built into your lease, and then you just get a new one. And if you love the car, you buy out your lease, right? So that's my only advice. Devin says, yeah, nothing like setting the stove on fire and getting a bill for the neighbor's siding. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen. Absolutely have a tenant's insurance if you're renting. That's super important. And it's not even expensive. I pay like $20 a month for that. I think I have $2 million liability and $30K coverage. Another thing it'll cover is additional living expenses. So if you're like evacuated for an insurable peril, they'll help pay for your hotel or temporary residence as well. Trisha says, 2-bedroom, fully furnished, Wi-Fi, hydro, washer, dryer. What is it you pay in TO? Depends. I have no idea, but 2-bedroom like that, north of 2,500 for sure. I don't know. Tommy says parking in Toronto must be hell, though. For a lot of it, it is. Bill Chow is the 85th like. Johnny Stumbles, your second channel is growing. 243 watching. Yeah, it is. Lisa says I'm missing the point. What's the point? Devel Cost says, what's your deductible? I think it's either 5 or 1,000. I don't really know. I have no intentions on making a claim unless something really big happened. So it is what it is. Oh, Lisa says not you. I miss the point anyways, right? Don't I always miss the point? So what the hell's going on in YouTube? I haven't seen Ken's channel in a while. What has Ken been up to? I saw this today. He's premiering his video at 9:30. What happened? He didn't premiere it already? Hey people, I'm going to move the premiere to 9:30 so as not to conflict with other YouTubers. Ken, nice guy. I would probably just say fuck it and premiere it anyways. Matt Bross has earthquake insurance in Ohio. There are fault lines here. Yeah, earthquake isn't really covered here, but it's not really a risk. Just reading some of your messages. What do you think of the car share program where you share your car with other people? I don't really know much about that, to be honest with you. I think it could be a good idea. Yeah, well, that's nice of Ken to be thoughtful of the viewers that watch both of our channels to do that. But he'll be premiering a video at 9:30 p.m. This stream will probably be over around 9:30, 9:35. So it is what it is. I'll probably go live tomorrow, but Ken shaking all over. This is in the video I recorded today, actually. The signage is up. I'm not sure when exactly Shake Shack is opening, but I do know if Chick-fil-A was any indication, there's going to be a monster line in front of Shake Shack for a very long time. Justin says, would you retire here in Canada or retire in Asia? In a perfect world, I'd have a place in both, or maybe not even Asia, but somewhere just tropical or different and get to do the snowbird thing. I don't know, but hopefully I can I can afford to retire here. A lot of people end up being expats in other countries just because financially they have a lot more freedom. Richard says sometime in mid-June it's opening up. Good to know. Lisa Palmer says great weather so far, finally. We have had pretty good weather. Today was not that bad. I mean, a little bit rainy in the morning, but it was kind of nice in the afternoon. Harjot did a video on Sapan's birthday walk yesterday. Harjot, Sapan, is this going to pull up? Boom Productions pulled up. This isn't you, Harjot, is it? No, this isn't you. I know how to get your channel up. No, that's not what I meant to do. I thought I knew how to get your channel up. Go to channel. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Sapan. It was your birthday last week. Sapan's birthday walk with Sapan TTC Explorer and Joshua 22J67. Where are you guys?
Let's see if we can get to at least 80.
Chris Mills has got the grass cut. All good. Lisa walked from the art gallery to Young in College. That must have taken you all of 7 minutes or so. Oops. Whenever I turn the camera off, I'm not like picking my ear or picking my nose or doing something gross. It's just not at all what I'm doing. But Harjot, where are you guys? Are you like on Steels? There's a absolutely horrible, pathetic excuse for a bike lane here. Like put a curb down or some bollards at bare minimum, but painted line, that is not a bike lane. Where are you guys? Who can tell me where this is? Who can tell me where this is? This looks like suburbia. I'm guessing Jellybean says Steeles and Dufferin. Yeah, it gave me like Steeles Avenue vibes when I first saw it. Jeremy can't wait for the Eglinton LRT to begin. Well, I hope you can wait. Holy shit, I hope you can wait because I don't think it's happening this year. Boom Productions says Vaughan. That makes sense. But these are blue. These street signs look like City of Toronto street signs. So I don't think this would be Vaughan, would it? Right? That's distinctly Toronto, I think. But sometimes when you're watching like TV shows, you know what's crazy? I was watching that Ashley Madison 3-part documentary on Netflix, and I kept seeing like close-ups of like the immediate area where I live, which may or may not have shown close-ups of the street where I live, because I did not know Ashley Madison, like their office is like steps from here. Yeah, a lot of like the documentary wasn't as interesting or as juicy as I thought it was. And like the one dude who like they centered the whole thing around, like he went on Ashley Madison. He didn't actually cheat on his wife. She forgave him. And you're like, okay, like whatever, living. But then it turned out that he was like hardcore cheating on his wife. And she was still like okay with him. I was like, whoa. And she considered herself like the winner. I was like, stand up for yourself, girl. This guy's kind of a piece of shit. but that was but they were, I don't know, I'll just leave it at that. H Hustle says, I don't think Ashley Madison is still open. Is it? I think it is. I think they made a point that after the hack, it got like more popular than ever because like their signups went up. Lisa says she believes in God. That's good enough for her. Yeah, that was her reasoning. But like I know you have kids. I know you have a guy. You have a very difficult decision to make. But it seems like she let that go and didn't really rake him through the coals like he deserved to be. If he did stay around, right? Like he should be in her deficit the rest of his life. They should never be on equal footing if you're going to keep someone who does that. But anyways, yeah, it's still up. See your matches. Apparently like 9 out of 10 people that used this website were dudes. So like a lot of the girls were bots. Which I wouldn't doubt for 2 seconds. Like I just think that's the way the gender balance would work in this kind of thing. So basically it was fraud, right? Men were buying credits to speak to fake women and they thought they were cheating. Jeremy says they showed Ashley Madison on breakfast television recently. Yeah, like whatever, do what you want, but the documentary on Netflix was like sort of okay. I really liked it for all the Toronto stuff that they showed. That's why it was kind of like Don't Fuck with Cats. That one was genuinely an awesome documentary. Incredibly, incredibly disturbing. But it had a ton of Toronto in it as well. I think Americans must think we're pretty fucked up here when they start watching all these Netflix like crime docs and that type of thing. And they see a whole lot of Toronto and Quebec. Nabelkos says bots tend to be very frisky, you find. You would use bots over in the East Coast. Yeah, what's going to happen with AI? Like, that shit's going to be even more convincing. Like, I don't know. There's actually, like, a website where you can go and type in someone's email address and you can see if they had an account there. The Ottawa Wanderer says bots are everywhere, it seems now. Yeah, they're all over TikTok or Twitter. Michael Mills says The Boys is filmed in Toronto and Gen V. Hopefully, I think Gen V is going to resume recording very soon. Lisa says, is it though? I find AI to be pretty obvious in most cases. Yeah, for now, but it is getting a lot better. Devin says the AI deepfake call you on the phone now. I have a feeling that if AI called you on the phone in this day and age, like 2024, not 2026, and you were convinced that that was a real human, that's on you. Like, you kind of deserve to be parted with your money or whatever. Like what? Would you really... Like, why don't, like, just do a video call if this person's legit, if you want to see if they look like their profile. AI can't fake that to that extent. Like, I don't know. Ask them some real questions. Pinesel says, have you watched the true crime What Jennifer Did? Family was from Markham, I believe, and the lady went to a high school in Scarborough. I have seen that. I have wanted to see that, but I haven't yet seen that. Sorry, my phone keeps blowing up because of all those videos I posted today. I bet the TikTok one is already up there view-wise. What was it, 33,000? Now we're at... It's 36,000. Todd says stupid people should be cheated. It depends. Like in like an Ashley Madison type situation, if you fell for like a bot on the phone, I don't know. Like, who am I to judge your morality? But like, come on, you can't tell like an AI from a real person. I don't know. On the phone. I don't know. Yeah, there's all kinds of scammers and con artists taking advantage of gullible people, and they should all go rot in a jail cell. But I don't know. I just think you should be able to sniff out a fake person on the phone talking to you. That's just Darwinism, I guess. I don't know. Tell Siri you love him. Go on. Let us hear it. Anyways, yeah, Harjot. Lisa says it's street smarts. Well, digital smarts, yeah. Practicing for the World Cup. Oh, I saw the most amazing video. I know this doesn't have to do with anything, but check this out. An orangutan driving a golf cart, like fully aware of its surroundings, checking its mirrors, navigating the terrain, using like the pedals properly. Just, you know, generally getting around. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this isn't even a bonobo or chimp that are practically human DNA-wise. This is an orangutan. I don't know, he seems to be better than most humans. Can the TTC hire him? He's got his hand up, enjoying the breeze. And he's not on the sidewalk. Checking out a tiger. Hey tiger, what's up? Just doing my rounds. Well, this makes me think Johnny doesn't think much of drivers. I think a lot of this particular driver. Look at this. He's like looking over his shoulder. This chimp's not going to hit anyone. Just strolling. Like, this must be a zoo or like something. Jeremy says must be at a zoo. Yeah. And there's not another person. This is like a GoPro. Like, they're just trusting. Greg says left turn, Clyde. Yeah, does he make a right turn? Like, he's correcting to the right, but I don't think he actually turns right. How much longer? Oh, we're almost done the video. I don't know. That was pretty sick. Like, Pays more attention and has better spatial awareness than the average driver in my city. I live outside Philly. Can confirm. Jellybean says, wonder where he's going. Whippy Dude says, hope he knows how to stop. Driving by the tiger like, suck it, quadruped. Do you mean they see me rolling, they hatin', trying to catch me riding fury, trying to catch me aping matin'? Tiger be like, finally, that's by Uber Eats. I should hire an orangutan to drive me around. When the whole self-driving car thing shits the bed, this will be the future. If an Uber pulled up and that dude was gesturing with his head for me to get in, I would get in. Todd says, better driver than I am. I don't know. That's the Be Amazed subreddit. Yeah, that's got to be the top one. Sign language interpreter keeps up with Eminem's Rap God. Can't play that, but I'm sure that's amazing. Dropping into perfection. A 1 in a million shot.
Daggerin. It's a Daggerin? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust all of these.
Oh! Daggerin. It's a Daggerin? Yeah.
So there's a little garbage can there, and the opening is on the side, not the top.
Oh!
That looked fake to me. I don't know. So without a close-up shot of the target, we can't even confirm he actually got it in. Could be in the bush behind or beside it. Second replay clearly shows it went into the bush behind the trash can. Looks very yeah, that was editing. That was some editing magic. That was not real. They did not do that in one try. This is a neat subreddit, though. Gorgeous book art. Unbelievable. The only art that I like now is AI art. Suck it, Lisa. AI art for life. I'm going to put AI art all around my wall like a shark flexing his bicep while like punching a tiger with his other arm, which we know they don't have. Anyways, Tiana says hello to everyone and everyone. Boom Productions, by the way, 2-0 Edmonton after the first. There's a Canadian team as we go to an American sports site. And I can't type. I'm not drunk. NHL scores. Oilers 2. Stars 0. I don't even know. Is this the stand? What round are we in? What? I don't even know what's going on. I don't pay attention to hockey. This is the Stanley Cup? Maybe I'll have to watch the rest of this after the stream. Lisa says we're in June. There's a Canadian team? Where have I been? Gertich says round 3. Boom Productions says semifinals. Oh, so is the other... So who is in the other series then, if this is the semifinals? And why is this shit still dragging on? I don't know what's going on with the NBA, the Mavericks and the Celtics. So that must be the finals, right? I don't know. Luka Doncic, whatever. Probably the best player in basketball for the Celtics. Hey. Chris Mill says, it ain't baseball. You're right. It ain't baseball. I pay attention to baseball. I at least check in and try to catch a bit of the game every day. But hockey, don't know. Basketball, don't know. But hey, we're getting a WNBA team. I wonder, hopefully they don't call it something stupid. Like, just give it, like, name it after a ferocious animal. Like, don't try to create some kind of thing out of the name. That's my thoughts on that. Just give it a cool name and make it about the players and the team, not some bullshit message. That's what it should be, because I think it'll be exciting to get a new sports team. The sound hitting the can was too loud. Lisa says, are those your thoughts? I don't know. I forget. Jeanette says, excellent, a WNBA team. Yeah, I'm going to try to see a game. I did not see the Women's Hockey League. But I'm going to try to see a game. I think it could be a fun experience. If they price the ticket right, given how expensive it is to go see an NBA game, If they can make it just accessible for like the average family to go and watch a game of basketball and have fun, and it's a good lively atmosphere, I think it's going to be an amazing addition. Julie says Sankofa gals. Not. Yes, the Sankofa gals. Let's call it that. The dumbest name in the history of time. John says the WNBA loses 10 million a year. Hey, that's their problem. Like, they're expanding, they're adding teams. That's fine. We're getting a team. I think it's cool. If it works out, it works out. I think the more affordable options families have to go see stuff, the better. Like, why would anybody hate this? Why would you hate not having more entertainment options, not having more opportunities for people to like make a career out of doing something they love? I think it's good that this is happening. Kurt says, "Hey Johnny and chat, go Oilers." Yes, indeed. Admittedly, I just found out that they're even playing Dallas, but they're Canadian. Go Canadian team, right? But yeah, what's the Toronto WNBA? 7 names the Toronto WNBA expansion team should consider. The Toronto Barbies. It's bad enough the Raptors were named after a Jurassic Park movie or dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Toronto Barb, that is like... Would you call a men's team the Toronto Kens? No, you would not. So why would you call the women's team the Toronto Barbies? That is a stupid name. That's a joke of a name. Toronto Twisters. If we move the scope this year and look ahead to a summer blockbusters, you're going to name it after a movie that has like no connection to Toronto. Like maybe if you're in... Twisters is a good name if you're in like the Midwest or if you're in a part of like the US where you actually get tornadoes. I think Twisters is a cool name. Like, why not? It's relevant. But in Toronto, like, that's like calling a team the Toronto Toucans, right? Like, we don't have no toucans around here. What? I thought this was a whole article on the seven names, and this article only gives us... Oh. The Ottawa Wanderer, $2. Thank you, Lisa Palmer. Cheers to you, the Ottawa Wanderer. Thank you for the $2. Apparently, I started at the end of the article. Toronto Pack. Many WNBA teams have tried to create synergy with their city's NBA team. One of the names that fits the motif without being quite so on the nose as the name of a dinosaur is the Toronto Pack. It speaks to... See, Toronto Wolfpack makes sense, but Toronto Pack... No, that's stupid. Toronto Talons, to set aside suggestion of the deadly and jump right to the murder weapon, the team could go with the lethal part of a raptor, the Talons. My issue with that is they're like riding the coattails of the men's team instead of being their own thing and having their own identity. So I think that's a stupid name too. Like, be your own thing, right? What else do we have? I think these are all dumb names so far. The Toronto Waterfall. Jeez, no. We start with the weakest of our 7 names, the Toronto Waterfall. The most distinctive physical landmark in the country is probably Niagara Falls. Who was... Again, just pick a badass animal. Ideally one that exists in this province and call it after that, right? Like, this isn't rocket science. It's a sports team name. The Toronto Bold, the stupidest fucking name the city has ever adopted since Sankofa. Yes, let's call it the Bold. The Toronto Borealis. Can you even see Borealis? This list is trolling us. Was this written by like the stupidest AI bot? If the most distinctive physical landmark in Canada is Niagara Falls, the most beautiful thing in Canada to offer is the Aurora Borealis, which is not at all visible from Toronto except due to some, like, the occasional freak of nature. Just call them, like, the Toronto Coyotes. We have coyotes all over our ravines. Done. The Coyotes. There's your name. The Toronto Fox. Maybe some people will see that as kind of sexist, but we have foxes here. Foxes are kind of badass animals. Call them that. Why the Borealis? The Toronto Underground. Underground's not like you're going to name them after a place, and not just any place, a place that isn't even at the surface level. The Underground Railroad is well known to American history, a network of secret. We're not trying to send a message with the name of a sports team. This is supposed to be fun and playful, right? You're supposed to have a mascot running around dressed as one of these things, like the Toronto Raptors, like the Toronto Blue Jays. FC Football Club, that's the Toronto Bandits. There we go. The Toronto Butter Tarts. Honestly, Butter Tarts is better. Cupcakes is Kit Kat bars. I don't know. Like, this is the dumbest list I've ever seen in my life. Toronto Pack, Toronto Talons is maybe the best name on here, but it's still connected to the Raptors. Like, let this team be its own thing. The Toronto Raccoons, because the Raccoons are bandits. There we go. I don't mind that. Toronto Bandits, and like their logo can be like a raccoon. Maybe give the raccoon a ponytail or something. Yeah, that works. Toronto Hawks. Do we have Hawks here? Toronto Crows? The Toronto Gluten Free? The Toronto Goblins? I don't know. These are the dumbest names. Barbies? Twisters? Where is the connection to the city? Are you, like, these women should be proud to put on this jersey and represent the city and play with this name written on it. And if it says Barbies and they come out in like hot pink, like I said, you wouldn't call a team the Toronto Kens if it's on the men's side. So why would you call a team the Toronto Barbies? That's true, Lisa. I don't know. I just thought something to maybe have a female raccoon, but I don't know how you would demonstrate that. I don't know. Toronto Dingus. Exactly. The Toronto Dingus. We can just watch Ken's videos if we want to know what a dingus looks like. The Toronto Lady Raptors. They should be their own thing, right? Not in the shadow of the other team. They should have their own unique, fun identity. And it should be fun because sports are supposed to like appeal to youngsters and get them excited to be there and into like the spirit of it and all that jazz. I don't know. $6.99 Boom Productions. The Six ... That's still one of the better names here.
The Six.
Thank you, Boom Productions, for the $6.99. Cheers to you. Thank you. The Toronto Twisted Sisters. Only if the band comes and plays it every game. That if the band doesn't come, I don't think that works. The Toronto Condos. How about the Toronto Condors? And they could be like perched on some condos. The Toronto Panhandlers. I don't know. I think Bandits works. That might be the best one we've come up with a raccoon like stealing a basketball as a logo. I don't know. The Toronto Squirrels. The Toronto White Squirrels. You could have like the Toronto White Squirrel, because I think there's only one. The Toronto Bellwoods Squirrel might sound better. You probably don't want to have white in the name of your thing. People might interpret that the wrong way. But yeah, the Toronto Bellwoods Squirrel. There we go. All right, Jeanette, have a good night. Cheers, Jeanette. Michael Mills says Toronto Queens. Toronto Sankofas. Toronto Pigeons. Toronto Seagulls. I don't know. We should pick it. It should be an animal that's kind of got an edge to it, right? Maybe not an animal people like to shit on and hate, but something that's kind of cool. Toronto Owls. There we go. Like, these are all better. I don't think this person could have written a dumber article. I didn't even read it, but none of these names make any sense. The Twisters, the Barbies. No. Like, if they were honestly the Toronto Trash Pandas, there we go. If they were honestly the Toronto Barbies, I would be so put off from like paying money to go see them just because it would be such a ridiculous spectacle. Right? Just give them something cool and don't overprice the tickets. Let it be accessible, unlike the other team that plays basketball professionally here. Just my thoughts on the matter. What's going on in Toronto? University of Toronto graduation ceremony set to begin with protest in the background. That could be interesting. I imagine pictures will probably be with Convocation Hall in the background. We'll have to see how that plays out. Late 80s billboard of Bloor Yorkville featuring male model Joseph Bloor. I remember when Action Kid visited Toronto and he was like researching like street names and stuff. He kept sending me this picture because he thought it was absolutely hilarious that this is what Joseph Bloor looked like. He's like, this is the guy you named one of your like biggest streets after? Yep, that's Joseph Bloor. What a crazy picture. Was that the best they could do of that guy? I don't know. Like, how unflattering is that? It would be awesome, though, if he was just like a super cool dude who was like trolling and was like, all right, we don't have the technology to take multiple pictures, so I'm just going to totally fucking troll this picture and look as stupid as I can. I think that would be awesome. I would high five him if that was just a troll. Sign of the times. Family meal pack. For $74, you get 2 single burger combos and 2 double combo burgers. An easy choice for the whole family. Sauce will be sent on the side so you can build your own burger. $74 for 4 burgers, 4 fries. Mark D says he looked deranged. Yeah, I have a feeling he didn't really look like that. That was just a very unfortunate photo. Maddie's Patties .square site. Or 4 interest-free payments. Yeah, I don't know. That's dinner for 2 at a decent restaurant. Claudia says, wow, is that a joke? Don't know why. This just blows my mind. $74, probably close to $100 with tax. Yeah, especially tip if you're getting it delivered. For a family of 4 to get fast food. What? 4 interest-free payments, though. I used to joke about taking out a loan for food. Fast food has definitely gotten very expensive. West End Toronto neighbors to see transit surge in coming years. Cool. What's going on here? Behind the scenes tour of Mount Dennis Station in West End, Toronto. That looks cool. The King streetcar derailment. We saw this on my live stream yesterday, but pretty gnarly to see a streetcar derailed like that. JD says it's like $20 for a fast food combo now. On Friday, I went to A&W with my buddy, and my combo was like, I checked A&W coupon, or the app, and there wasn't any good coupons. I ended up spending like 14 something for a combo, which is kind of pushing it. I went to Good Bite today, an excellent diner in Midtown Toronto. I had breakfast there, or I guess brunch. And the machine, when it came time to tip, it just said like, tip, yes, no. I was like, yes. And then it was just like percentage, and that was it. I'm like, wow, I'm not being prompted to enter like 25%. How cool is this? And I'm like, wait a minute. No, it wasn't percentage. It was amount. And that's what threw me for a loop, because I'm so used to just like picking a percentage, like 18 or whatever. I had to like pull out my calculator and like manually figure out what like 18%. And I'm like, I failed. I was like, here's $5. I don't know. Did you like that bar down at Broadview and Gerrard? I can't recall the name. Farside, I think it was. Yeah, it was a really cool vibe. Little hipstery, but goes with the territory. But yeah, shout out to Good Bite. Like a good old, like a super old school diner. And not asking me to tip 1,000,000%. Anything else going on here? 63 hit crosswalk light and King and Shaw just now. Oh, the 63 bus. Uh-oh. That driver is getting a sobriety test. In fairness, some of those large vehicles do have to make awfully tough turns. Like when you see a bus doing something like that, I generally just chalk it up to someone having a bad day or making a little mistake. When you see a car doing that, that is inexcusable. Sean says, delivery riders on e-bikes are swarming the city's sidewalks. Guess who's to blame? A total and utter breakdown in enforcement of the city. Like, if I was mayor, anyone riding on the sidewalk with a motor, like a scooter or e-bike, I would like double or triple the fine. And if you're right, and I would be like, hey, police, go to town, go ticket all these people, go make some money for the city. I would do that, and hopefully there would be a behavioral change, because it's kind of out of control what is going on. And I would install cameras in every intersection to bus drivers, and I would ban right turns on reds in the downtown core and at major intersections, because the amount of times people just like casually roll through a red light without even looking to the right and make a turn is insane. And a lot of times they get stuck and they block the crossing because they didn't look before they started their turn. They just like roll right into it. Like a red light means stop completely, then look. If it's clear, you can go. So I would absolutely ban right turns on reds in the city, not in other areas, but downtown. John says all bikes and scooters should have license plates. I don't really agree with that. We don't need licensing and insurance on bikes everywhere in the world. It works fine. But I wouldn't be opposed to making anyone on like an e-bike or e-scooter have to have at least a G1. Like, you're operating a motorized vehicle. You should have some understanding of the laws. I would at least do that if I was to do something. And maybe like turn signals, like you got to have that. I don't know. I don't want to get regulation heavy, but anything's better than the Wild West we have. Novell Cost says, geez, all these e-bikes on the sidewalk. Next thing you know, it'll be cars. Yeah. Hey, on my live stream yesterday, we saw something kind of crazy, right? Didn't we see something kind of crazy? Someone messaging me. Live. Greg says not supposed to block intersections anytime. Yeah, the only time it's okay to block an intersection is a last minute emergency vehicle came through and you just like stopped to get out of their way and then the lights changed and there's nothing you could do. Or like if a pedestrian or cyclist just bolted out of nowhere and you had to brake to not run them over and then you got hung up in the intersection, right? There's very few legitimate reasons why anyone should ever be blocking an intersection. But I agree with your point. Where were we though? Yesterday, I saw something kind of infuriating too. Oh, it was before this.
Here's environment, just to give that. Debating the G3 S90C.
Oh, I'm talking about.
Am I still looking at cars?
Pretty sure we
really.
see like a motorcycle like go ripping by.
I've been looking at OLEDs.
I forget what. Maybe shut up, Johnny. Stop talking about TVs. But I'm pretty sure that happened. This is Mill Street. 720. Ugh. Why are you putting us, doing us dirty like that? Didn't this happen? I'm pretty sure a motorcycle like went ripping down the bike lanes.
With the GoPro would be cool. Well, seeing as I'm on the Canadian side, that would be a horn blower.
Yeah, look at that. That thing has like a full-blown motor. That is not an e-bike. That is like a full-blown motorcycle.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to ride your actual motorcycle in the bike lanes like that asshat. That was not an e-bike.
Yeah, like, come on, police, go do some enforcing. Like it's just the Wild West out there. That is nuts. That guy, They ride sidewalks in Brooklyn on motorcycles, not just e-bikes, like actual like sport bikes that can. I don't know, but fuck anyone who does that. That's my official stance. Oh yeah, I found this. I guess blog TO, not a whole lot going on here. $4.5 million Toronto home looks like it was built in Minecraft. I don't know. It looks like it's just trying a little too hard to be modernist. 118 Haddington. Where is that? Where? That is just, I think it's north of Lawrence. On just off of Avenue Road? What? Where's that? Haddington. Oh, so it's well north of Lawrence. I was way off. But it's north of Lawrence. I know I've seen Haddington. Why did these people blurt out their house? Why are you blurring out your house on Google Maps? You can request to do that, but I think this is it, right? 118. So this is what was there. And this is what they have now. You can even see the house next door is the same. And this house. In 2019, 118 Haddington was a modest 3-bedroom bungalow, was sold as is. But a few short years... Ew. Why is your TV above a fireplace? And why is it so high? These chairs, though, are like timeless, right? These are like super... If these aren't dupes, those are really, really expensive chairs. I like the staircase, too. I don't hate this house. I kind of like it. I hate where they put their TV. But I think it's a pretty nice house. They did a nice job. Beautiful floor to ceiling window. I don't know. I don't know if it's like article worthy. Great. Look at that. They got a pool. I love the water feature on the pool because that kind of drowns out other noise you hear, right? Like if if a faraway neighbor's using a weed whacker or cars are running up and down the street, just that running water kind of dampens. But Lisa says it's a boring house. Inside is nice. I like it. I like the minimalist modern look. Outside, I don't know. It looks kind of, to use a word that you hate, basic. But I don't hate it. I mean, they're allowed to do it. I don't know. Hopefully, like, this tree will grow really big and put some personality to the front of it. Is that like a tiny garage door? That's a really short garage door. Like, what are you parking in there? A Lamborghini? Like, that is really weird. I don't know. Yeah, Greg, there's some YouTube videos on that, actually. Those are Toronto's fake houses. They're all over. I thought of doing a video about that. Could it be a tree that blossoms? This property is in dire need of color. I don't know. You're not a fan of the gray and white. Well, I don't think you would be a fan of this place. There's a whole lot of gray, black, and like cream colors in here. But I think that's it. Not a whole lot going on. I wanted to look at this, the City of Toronto quiz. I literally just found this as I was setting up the stream. Let's see if we can get through some of it. What is the proper name of the freeway running through central Toronto, often called Highway 401? That would be the McDonald-Cartier Freeway. Yes. Hopefully this... What does DVP stand for? David Victor Port, Don Valley Parkway. Hopefully this isn't insultingly easy. David Blank is the current mayor of Toronto. Miller? That was... a very long time ago. All right, this quiz is really stupid. Name 2 streets or avenues that intersect to form the busiest and most major intersection in Toronto, located in the downtown core, excluding an intersection of freeways, expressways, and highways. Yonge and Steeles, Lawrence and Keele, Bathurst and Bloor, Yonge and Bloor, Eglinton and York. It's obviously Yonge and Bloor. Okay, we might... Oh, this is only 10 questions. Okay. What are the tallest 3 buildings that make up the Financial Square in the heart of downtown Toronto? The Financial Square. CN Tower, First Canadian Place, Scotia Plaza. CN Tower is not a building by most definitions. First Canadian Place, Scotia Plaza, TD Canada Trust Tower. It has to be that one because First Canadian Place has to be in the answer, and it's not in the last one. And I think the TD Trust Tower is taller than Commerce Court West. And I think the TD Canada Trust Tower may have been surpassed. This is a stupid test. It's very dated. The 5 main districts that make up the city of Toronto, excluding the Toronto district itself, are Etobicoke, North York. This is worded wrong. This is worded like someone... East York, Scarborough, Etobicoke, North York, East York, Scarborough. Who can give me the last one? Who can give me the last one? Could it just be York? Incorrect. York, Scarborough, East York, North York. I wrote that. You fucking idiot. I got that right. And it's giving me it wrong. My rank moved down. Name 2 natural geographical features of Toronto. My ass and your ass. Like, how am I... Like, Scarborough Bluffs, Etobicoke Ravine System, Don Valley, Etobicoke Ravine System. What about just like they only gave us 3 and you had to name 2 of this. Richard says ravines. Ravines is correct, but if you don't write Etobicoke Ravine System, this just... What? About how many people populate the Greater Toronto Area, including the cities Mississauga, Brampton, Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Markham, Pickering, and Toronto itself? Let's say 5.6 million. Correct. Bravo. Novell Cost says they should have included the islands. There's a lot of things they should have included. Are you going to the Green Day concert in Toronto? No. I would like to, though. Send me some tickets and I'll go. What are the 3 main areas of the Toronto Islands categorized by largest land area? Hanlan's Point? Center Island? My ass? Let's just see. I know I'm going to... Center Island, Ward Island, and Hanlan. It's Hanlan Point. Isn't it Hanlan's Point? Is it Hanlan Point? Hanlan's Point. It's Hanlan's Point, not Hanlan Point. And Ward Island, it's Ward's Island. My score is 60. I lost 10 points for this question. Difficulty hard. If this was like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and like these were your answers for $1 million that you had to put in there, can I complain? Like, David Miller is not the mayor of Toronto. What is this website? Pro Profs Quizzes? Am I bisexual, straight, or gay? Sexual orientation quiz? Oh, God. When will I get my first period quiz? What should I be when I grow up quiz? What is the targeted age group for this website? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Which JoJo stand do you have? This is the dumbest website I think I've ever been to in my life. Devin says it's AI generated. No, I think this was generated before AI. AI would know David Miller wasn't. This was generated by like suboptimal IQ people. I don't know. This website is borderline infuriating. I don't know. I feel angry. Let's look at some TVs that are too high. Greg says, I expected you to get 100%. How can I get 100% when the person like inputting the quiz puts shit wrong? Oh my god. Uh-oh. I did not expect to see that. Why is your coax cable like 10 feet up in the air? Why do you have power outlets out in the air, up in the air? What? And like their TV doesn't even like cover everything. This is, look at the TV stand they had to buy. Smart dog though. Smart dog. It knew to get the hell out of Dodge, right? Why are there so many outlets? That was my question. Did the dog push her or she tripped? Why is the wall looking like a hospital? That TV looks straight out of 2006. So did the video with the picture quality. Were there any screws in the stand? Should have bolted it to the ceiling. Husband reckons this height is perfect. I bet the first comment on here is like ex-husband reckons, right? This should be the ex-husband. Nobody should ever advocate for this being perfect. Colette says hello, or hey everyone, and Johnny. It's been a long time. Long time indeed, Colette. One of the earliest memories I have of meeting a viewer is you in Union Station back near Scotiabank Arena, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I saw you one other time. Husband reckons this height is perfect. Makes perfect sense. It's not like the items on the top shelf would fit perfectly on the bottom shelf or anything. Yeah, that wire flapping in the breeze looks great. There's an effing TV stand right below the TV. Tell your husband what a TV stand is for. Divorce him. Yeah, like this is an instant divorce if you're with someone who does that. This one is literally unusable. Yeah, but it looks like it's in a space for kids. There's beanbag chairs. I'll give that a pass. I am the problem. What are you doing? Why? And look how junky that is. Like, I get it. You have a cool collection, but put that shit behind doors. It just looks so junky like that. Talked my brother into using a stand. All right, that's not bad. This TV stand has a built-in mount, and you can like tilt the TV. And it's not too high. Exactly 42 inches off the ground. I don't know. We need something that's really bad to make fun of. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you put that there? What do you guys think? What do the comments say? This is my favorite subreddit, by the way. What's the half-ass shit finishes over the fireplace and behind the TV? Looks like a rock squirrel or that rat from Ice Age. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. But look at these things above the TV. Yeah, we're just doing this until Mr. Continuum's premiere starts. If you're wondering, if you're waiting for something good to happen this stream. Vacation rental. What? Why? Why? Look at the cables. No attempt to hide them. Like, even ignoring the fact that it's like practically on Mars. This thing is like on the roof. How are you watching that? Does this house come with a chiropractor? Look at that. How can you even I don't know, the Ottawa Wanderer. I find it like, I don't know. Neck is fucking killing. Work TV offshore. Oh, you basically need a telescope to see that TV. Follow up on how ridiculous this TV is. This might be the stupidest TV I've ever seen. It's way too small, and it's like above a mantle, and you have like cables everywhere. Like, they do a nice job. Like, Jennifer says these people don't care about Dolby Vision QD OLED, Johnny. Well, they don't care about like their neck or like their spine health. Cam says perhaps it's a house full of giraffes. Yeah, I don't know. Is it still too high? But I applaud my dad for trying to mitigate the disaster. You know what? This is actually a really clever mount. If you have nowhere else but to put your TV like too high, this mount, you can put it high and you can actually like pull it down and out. So this is really smart. I don't hate this. I like the tilt is shame, but that's actually a really clever mount because some people genuinely have no other place but to stick it like above a mantle or something. So it leaves you, it does look awful and it looks temporary, but you just put it right back. Where do you put your sound? I don't know. You still have cables. It looks ugly, but you're not like gonna break your neck looking at it, right? So as bad as that is, it's not the worst thing in the world. Gertej says I will take pictures of my TV to show it to you. So the Ken Continuum is premiering a video. Jenny Krutzkamp is there, but she is not here. Jenny, you are cheating on me. We'll give Ken a like. I saw the sign from Yonge and Dundas along packed sidewalks to the Pride flag raising. When is it Pride Festival already? I think that's this month, right? June is Pride Month. Small business owner says she's closing her Toronto store and moving everything online. Well, I am closing my web browser. That is it for tonight, folks. I'm going to edit a video and get that up on the channel tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. EST. Jellybean says, I cheat on you. That's fine. I was born to be cheated on. Cam says, I thought it... Hey, Google, when is Pride Week and Pride Month in Toronto?
Celebrates Pride throughout the entire month of June, but the major festivities are concentrated during Pride Week, which typically runs from the last Saturday of June to the first Sunday of...
There we go. Thank you, Mark D, Tiana, Zachthon, Claudia, Kristen, Jacques, Harjot, Sapand, Devin, Karen, and everyone. Thanks to those who sent support. Thanks to the mods for checking in and doing the good work. And just thanks to everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada, yada. I'll be premiering a video tomorrow morning over at 9 a.m. EST, but right now I've got a little bit of work to do. I'm going to make a cup of coffee and get said video ready. So thank you guys. For those of you going over to Ken's, enjoy the premiere and have a good night. I will catch you guys on the next one.